Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at Everything You Need to Know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news apart from the local community COVID spread in South Auckland. First, China is ramping up its efforts to join the TPP. This comes as it tries to get ahead of the growing Quad moves to check China's regional expansions. New Zealand is part of the Five Eyes alliance and is drawn into these efforts anyway. Now the latest Chinese foray puts New Zealand at the centre of this tension, with Beijing saying Wellington is the key for its TPP membership drive. New Zealand's diplomacy is both elevated and at the same time running huge risks for our trade, given the upgraded New Zealand-China FTA recently agreed. The Chinese have successfully made us very vulnerable to the consequence of their displeasure if we don't do the right thing for them. China's stay-put order over the Lunar New Year holiday is distorting transport modes there in a big way. Passenger travel is down nearly 70% in the first half of February compared with the same period last year, but freight traffic is up nearly 9% on the same basis. In the US, the latest University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey edged downwards to a 6-month low in early February, with the entire loss concentrated in the expectations index and amongst households with incomes below $75,000. But a new survey of economists expects the US 2021 growth rate to show its strongest gains in 25 years. And in fact, the Atlanta Fed's GDP Now forecast suggests the first quarter of 2021 might be off to a sharp 4.5% rise. However, most senior professionals think that for that quarter, the rise is likely to be more like 2%. In Australia, property developers building housing for New South Wales renters will be eligible for tax discounts and planning exemptions. And Victoria is now in a short, sharp circuit breaker lockdown for 5 days amid fears the highly infectious UK strain of the coronavirus has spread into the community there. US Treasury 10-year yield was up 1 basis point today from Saturday, now just on 1.21% at its highest in almost 1 year. And the price of gold will start today up $4 at $1,824 an ounce. Oil prices have drifted slightly since Saturday and are now just over $59.50 a barrel in the US, while the international price is just on $62 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar opens today little changed at 72.2 US cents. Against the Australian dollar was similar at 93.1 Australian cents, and against the euro we're at 59.6 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index is the same as it was on Saturday at 73.6 and largely unchanged in a week. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.